How to write converting copy for your ads. Writing ads should be simple, right, and easy. It's not. It's very difficult to write a high converting ad. In other words, somebody is actually going to buy something by looking at and reading your ad. Now I'm going to make it super easy in this video because I'm going to share with you the 5 things that you need to do to have a high converting ad, and we're starting right now. Hey, I'm JR Fisher. If you're new to this channel, do me a favor and subscribe right now. There's a big button down there. If you subscribe, click that button. Next thing you want to do, turn on notifications. There's a bell right next to that subscribe button. Ring that bell. When you ring that bell, you want to turn on all notifications because you'll become part of the Fisher family. And then guess what? I can notify you every single time I do a new video. Now this channel is all about helping you start, run, and grow your online business. I've been selling online since 2009, and we've sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products in a whole bunch of different niches. So on this channel, I actually share with you all the techniques, all the skills, all the secrets, all those things that you really can't find anyplace else are right here in this channel, and they're absolutely free. Speaking of free, I've got a $97 free e-commerce course. It's 97 bucks, but you get it for free, and I'm putting a link in the description down there below, so check below, click on that link. Don't need a credit card or anything like that. You just click on the link and you can go and watch and learn for free. So that's pretty cool. So let's jump into what you need to do to have these high converting ads and all the steps that we need to do. Okay, so I think the toughest part of doing an ad is sitting down at a blank screen and there's nothing there. You have no idea what direction you're going, what you're doing. So in these 5 steps, I'm going to help you out with that because you're going to have a plan. Now the first step is extend your brand voice to your ad copy. And what do I mean by that? You know, every company has like a brand voice, or you should if you don't. So maybe your brand voice is, you know, board shorts and flip-flops and a tank top. So all of your ads would be more relaxed and laid back and chill, and that is the type of brand you want to come across with. Now maybe your brand is more, you know, business-like, and maybe it's more business suits, and maybe it's more office buildings and that type of thing. Then you would want to make sure your brand image carries through with all your ads that way. Please remember, you need a brand image. Okay, people have to relate whatever your company is with your brand image. Now when I'm doing a video like this, if I came out in a dirty t-shirt and I told you, hey, I'm going to help you make money online, you would look at me and say, well, you don't look too successful to me. Doesn't look like you know how to make money online, and you probably wouldn't believe my brand. So understand, but that may work if I'm, you know, showing people how to build survival bunkers, you know, in a dirty t-shirt. Hey, I was out there building my bunker, and you can see and look at me and go, well, I trust that guy because he's actually doing it. So whatever that brand image is, it has to match what you're trying to sell those people. Let's check out this Monster Energy ad that you're seeing right here. Okay, this particular one here says it's listed a few people, and it says they hit the road after this year's X Games qualifier in Boise with the mindset on ripping some regional terrain. Now what they're selling here is Monster Energy drink, but they're obviously showing you something with a lot of activity, and they're kind of saying, hey, if you got a Monster Energy drink, you're going to be full of energy too, and you'll be able to, I don't know, go in this pipeline here and do these things. I don't think so, but that's what their brand image is. Number 2, make sure that you clearly communicate the who, what, where, when, and why. These are the 5 W's that you have to get across in almost every single ad. Now I want to show you an example of a really good ad from WeWork and how they get that information and that feeling over to you and explain all those things. Now first off, when you're communicating these details, it really helps the users, the people watching the ad or looking at the ad, know what to do and how to engage with the ad once they see this. Now let's look at what WeWork did here. The who is WeWork, okay, so they give the name of their company. The what is a flexible workspace for any size company. So you may be in your mind, well, WeWork wouldn't be big enough for us. Well, they're saying they are. When is today, okay? They want you to move in today. They want you in there. Where is the WeWork WeWork offices, you know that. And why? Because they're there to help you with your business and help it grow. So as you look at this ad here, you're seeing WeWork provides flexible workspaces expertly designed to grow and scale along with your company's headcount. So what they're trying to say is that even if you join WeWork and you get a spot there and you start to grow, that you could stay with them, because nobody wants to uproot their business, right? Now you should go back to your ads or your ideas for ads and see if it matches all those things I just talked about in that ad, and if they do, you're in good shape. Okay, so that's really important for you to do that. The next thing I'm going to tell you is number 3 is test. What do you test? You test your copy length, you test your headlines, you test for performance, you test you test pictures, you test everything you possibly can, because with running ads, it's not like it used to be. And I think a lot of us have that old-timey ad type of mentality, where if you were going to run an ad in a newspaper, you came up with your ad copy, you put it in the newspaper, and you hope it worked. If you were going to run a TV commercial, you put together your TV commercial and you put it on TV, and it was on all the channels or one of the channels, and you hope it worked. Same thing with a billboard. You did a billboard, you hope it worked. But imagine this, imagine you're driving down the interstate, and every 10 minutes, now actually there are some billboards like this now that are doing this, where they switch, but they switch for different companies, they don't switch for the same company. But every, say, 1,000 cars that went by, and you had a way of tracking this, which you don't ever do a billboard, but if you did, and you could switch that ad to where every 100 cars that went by, they saw a different ad, and the ad that did the best was the one you kept. Now you can't do that with a billboard. It's not possible, because there's no interaction between the people in the cars and that billboard, and that's why they're bad. But you can do this online. You select your audience, and you have a bunch of different pictures for your ad with the same ad copy, and you run them out there, and the ads that get clicked on the most, the ads that get the most products sold or services sold, you know those are the good ones, and you can kill all the other ones. You couldn't do that before in the newspaper, the yellow pages, a magazine. You just couldn't do it. TV, it just didn't work. There was no way to do that. But now there actually is. You can actually have empirical data to know who's clicking and who's buying based on what ad you run. So testing is so important. And I would say, like I said in the beginning, test short ads, test long ads, but make sure you test. Now if you want to do some split testing on your ads, the best way to do that is with a software that will automatically do it for you, because it can get really complicated if you have to start doing coding and all that. The one I recommend is Kartra. If you look down in the description there, you're going to see a link for Kartra. Now when you click this link, you don't have to put in your email, you don't need a credit card, you don't need anything. It's going to take you to a page where a video is going to play, and that video is going to show you everything Kartra does. Now I know for us, we got rid of 8 different softwares when we got Kartra. We didn't have to pay for these other softwares anymore, because Kartra did so many things for us, from landing pages to, you know, sales pages to memberships to templates, you name it. But the cool thing it did, and that's what I started this conversation with, is we could split test. So we could do 2 pages that were identical outside of maybe color, or outside of maybe the image, or outside of maybe the headline, and when leads came in, we could direct 50% of the leads to one page, 50% to the other page. Once enough traffic went through there, we could actually look at these pages and determine which one did better than the other one. And that's a pretty smart thing to do, because if you got one that's converting at 60% and one that converts at 10%, you want to put all your money on the 60%er, because you're going to be more profitable. But you have to have the right software to do it. That's why I say click that link below in Kartra. You can watch a video on it. If you decide to get Kartra, it costs you $1 for a trial, so I would highly recommend you doing that. So in this ad here by SEM Rush, guys, if you check this out, you'll notice that it's got 452 likes or loves or whatever it is over there, got 128 shares. So I would take one of my other ads that's similar to this and also check out and see how many shares, likes, and comments it gets. This is another way of split testing ads, by just running different ads, but they both say the same thing, they both have the same call to action, but you'll find out which ones get more reaction, which ones get more comments, which one gets more click, and that's the one you want to go to. Number 4 is combine your ads with complementary visuals and targeting. So we obviously want to target the right people. Understand that the way people use social media nowadays, they use it to fill in time. You know, maybe somebody's a videographer and the person's talking on camera, and they can just play on their phone the whole time, and it gives them something to do. So they're going to go through their ads Okay, so since they use social media to fill in time, that's what they really do, is they use it to fill in time. If you have complementary visuals and targeting and you've got a really cool product, then you can actually sell a lot more products, but you got to have these cool visuals. Now check out this ad here. I saw this ad here and it was called Ringly. It's a funky looking ring here, but let's check it out. A smart ring that subtly notifies you about what matters most. Now this is really something interesting here. I don't know who would wear this ring, but it got my attention. You know, I looked at this ring and I said, well, that's kind of neat. It's a smart ring. If somebody was a bride-to-be and they were also a business owner, entrepreneur, maybe they targeted that person. Maybe they stopped scrolling because they saw something like this. You know, after looking at this ring, you know, I was kind of impressed. I then looked to read the ad copy and it says smart ring. Okay, so then I scrolled down and I looked at the headline and it made sense. It's a personal assistant inside a ring. Now that's kind of intriguing. Number 5 is align your ad copy with a specific sales funnel targeting. Now what do I mean by that? You're going to have 3 stages of your sales funnel, and selling online is not an instantaneous thing. You've got to bring them through a funnel. So you're going to have 3 stages to your funnel. You're going to have tofu, you're going to have mofu, and you're going to have bofu. Okay, so what's that? Tofu, T-O-F-U, that is top of funnel. So at the top of the funnel, what you're trying to do is you're trying to build some confidence in your company. You're trying to give some value to these people. So understand, when you're doing ads to that, the top of the funnel people, that's what they're going to expect. They're going to expect to get value from your company in some form. Maybe it can be education, maybe it can be a download, maybe it can be entertainment, but understand that is tofu. That's top of the funnel. Now when you go to middle of the funnel, mofu, okay, that particular section, that particular group are going to be people who have already interacted with your business, and maybe they bought something but probably they didn't. So they know you, they know something about you, they know what your company does, they know what you stand for, they know your morals, whatever it is that you're trying to project. But that is middle of the funnel. Okay, and since it's middle of the funnel, they're going to expect less freebies and you can do a little bit more offers. Okay, now when you get to bofu, which is bottom of the funnel, this is where we're going to want to sell them. Okay, they've got the freebies from us, they've learned a lot of stuff, they know about our business, they've seen who we are, maybe they read some of our blogs, maybe they, you know, watched some of our videos, so they're going to be more keen to go ahead and buy from you at this point. So this is bottom of the funnel. So you want to think, when you're targeting your ads, do those ads send that message? Because you will be targeting people based on what stage of that funnel they're in, and if you don't target where their head is at that point, then you're going to miss out on some sales. Now here is a good top of the funnel example. It's called Vengage, and it says apply your colors, fonts, and logos to your visuals in 6 steps only with Vengage. It's time to stand out. So this is a good example of, you know, when they're maybe middle of the funnel at this point, because you're actually trying to say, hey, I want you to buy our product here, and this is what it's going to do for you, and this is the results you can expect. Now this ad here by HoneyBook, it says still thinking about HoneyBook? Join the family of creative professionals using HoneyBook. Click below and get 50% off. Now obviously this ad here is for anyone who's already engaged a little bit. This is not a top of the funnel. This is really a hot prospect that they've determined, and that's who they're going to target with this ad. So in conclusion, a good ad is not just a sexy high contrast 45-second video, because it's got to speak to what stage these people are at. It's got to speak to what audience they're in. If you do that, you're gonna have a whole lot better sales conversions than if you treated everybody as being at the same stage. So I want you to think about these top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. I want you to think about the 5 steps I gave you too, and I want your comments. Comment below, have you tried some of these things? Did you know some of these things? Do you have some ideas that could help somebody out? Make sure you comment below. Now don't forget, I have a $97 free e-commerce course. There's a link in the description down there. If you click that link, you can actually go to that page absolutely free, no credit card, and start watching the free training. Now if you're interested in some of the, you know, I get people say, oh, I'm interested in your lights, your camera, whatever it is. If you look in the description, I do have links to all of that, so you can check that out by clicking one of those links, and you can go directly to Amazon. Those are our affiliate links. Now if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. If you haven't liked this video, you gotta like it, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, either one, doesn't matter. Make sure you do that. Make sure you turn on all notifications notifications, ring the bell there, and what? Make sure you turn on all notifications, grab the course, and comment. I need you to do those 3 things. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.